My name is Sandra. Welcome to my channel. I have my August goals ready for you to kind of tag along and watch to see how I've set them up. So I'm using the 2023 Power Sheets Goal Planner. I love this. It's by Cultivate What Matters. They're amazing. They have switched companies, but the product is still amazing, you guys. So I'm going to jump right to August and we're going to talk about it. I always go right into my calendar. This is kind of where I start compared to, say, the prep page, because this is kind of like where my plans just start, right? A couple of things going on this month. As for appointments, I have got 3, okay? So one, I've got a doctor's appointment for myself to talk about my health and my just certain things. The second, I have a dentist appointment scheduled for myself and my son. My son will be getting a cleaning and checkup, and for me, it's just a checkup. It's ironic because I just finished doing a weekly update video. Today we're sitting at the 19th of July, and it was, today's Wednesday. It was Monday night. I was eating popcorn and I cracked one of my teeth, and it wasn't just like a small crack. It was like all the way to the root. And it was like a big chunk. It was probably about a third of my tooth. And fortunately, it was one of my back molars, but it was one that I had received root canal treatment on. And thankfully, it didn't hurt that bad. It just hurt digging into the gum. But because it was 11 o'clock at night, I had to suffer with it all night while I was sleeping. And it hurt so bad and was bleeding. And it was just a nightmare. So the next morning, I called the dentist. I got in at 10:30. They pulled it out and they said I could salvage my tooth. So they kept it the way it was, because there's still 2/3 there and the bone structure is really good. So the tooth is staying there. So yeah, I just have to wait for the gum to heal and it'll just be a smaller tooth. But it was traumatic, because if you guys know me and dentists, I am petrified of the dentist. I had a bad experience when I was really young. And but now I've only had good experiences, so it's been better, right? So anyway, the next appointment is my son's CF appointment on the 9th. And then I've got 2 birthdays. My dog's turning 12. Yes, she's old. She's turning 12 on the 8th, and my husband's on the 11th. So he will be 40. Yes, I stole the cradle. I am 41. And then the last thing I have on my calendar is my Better Me app renewal on the 27th. So that's just my health app. And sorry, yes, my son is in the background. He's in his exerciser. I have to feed him soon, but I'm just trying to get these videos done for you guys before I sit down and feed him. So for my Prep Well page, I really kind of broke it down differently than I usually do. Instead of filling out all of these spots, I put my important to-dos here. So all of the same things that are on the calendar, appointments, but I put school supply shopping. Okay, so I do have my list, or my son's list, in my planner, so I'll take care of that this month. And then I have all the projects I want to tackle, and then all of the planning stuff. So planning stuff is really, this is stuff I do every single month. So I've got my July budget close, my July Hobonichi flip, my July compact and classic flip, my July financials analytics stats for my business, my September classic setup, and then my compact setup. So that's pretty standard. I do that every month. As for projects, some of these are smaller and some of them aren't quite as small. So pantry and microwave shelf, all it is like organizing them and like cleaning it up a bit, which is super easy. Moving room furniture and living room, we haven't quite decided what we want to do, so that's why we've been procrastinating it. Facebook buy and sell, my items I need to sell are starting to pile up a little bit. The bigger stuff, the basement and the landing, those are bigger projects where I really need my husband. For the whole month of July, he was supposed to be done night shift like the 15th of July, but he ended up working the whole month for night shift. So, actually, this is his last week. So it'll be like in the 22nd or something. Oh, wait, let me look at my calendar. Yeah, the 22nd will be his last morning of working night shift. So then he'll be back to like having weekends off and working Monday to Friday during the day. So I'm hoping we can get some of these projects completed for between now and August. So the toys, we're going to do like a 75% get rid of toys. Some will go to the basement to kind of like switch over every month and just like pull out new toys and make it seem like they're new. Some will go to Goodwill and some things will be thrown out. And same with the books, the kids' books. We've got so many books. Most of them are in a box in the basement. And then the bedroom floor. And I really want to kill the weeds in our grass, even though it is already August and the grass is only going to survive till October. But I really want to kill them because they're so bad right now. Okay, so that's pretty much all I did on my Prepare Well page. I really narrowed it down and like made it a bit smaller this time. Same thing here. I've really kind of pulled back a little bit. And so there's a lot of the things that I did not put on here. Like for instance, like on the monthly ideas, I've got my monthly ideas, but I still have birthdays, appointments, and projects. How I used to fill this out was I'd always put birthdays on one line, I'd put appointments on another, and then projects, I'd like fill up this whole space. I kind of put some projects here. I guess I did put appointments, but that was only to kind of fill up the space. I just narrowed it down a bit more. These are things I want to focus on. For instance, I really want to get that basement and the landing done, and I really also want to get our floor done. Those are like the big things. So the other things, if I get them done, great. If I don't, great. But down here, you'll see where I put, where was it? Organize, minimize, house. So some of those projects, like for instance, the organizing the microwave shelf, and the pantry would fall under organization, minimization. Same with toys. And yeah, and the weed killer I didn't put on here, but I'm planning on doing that. So it's already on my like monthly to-do list or my inbox task list. So anyway, so as for my tending list, my monthly action items, my budget, close and open. So that means closing the July budget and then basically making the September, like setting up the calendar for September. My business analytics, which includes my financials, my stats, and my YouTube analytics. Chad's birthday plans. Don't know if we actually have plans, but his birthday does fall on a Friday, so maybe we'll go to karaoke. Weed garden. And I should actually, maybe with that one, I'll put weed killer, maybe. Okay, so September content and planning. That's just figuring out all of the content I need to set up for September. Basement project is what it is, landing. It just needs to be organized and reduced. Bedroom floor, we need to install that, and we need to get a babysitter. It's like a whole project unto itself. We need to hire a babysitter or get our parents to watch the kids while we do that. And then appointment on the 1st. And Logan's, and I remember doing this before I made my dentist appointment, so that's why the dentist appointment is not on here. Okay, so the weekly action items, fertilize plants, that happens once a week, organize, minimize house, my budget, planning and meal plan, that kind of encompasses all of my planning. So that would be my compact, my classic Franklin planner, and yeah, I think that's it. Weekly work schedule. So before, I used to have like a separate line for sticker, like design stickers. I'd have a separate line for blog. So this weekly work schedule just follows my work schedule. So Monday, I would do my journaling stuff for my kids' journals, tarot, oracle stuff like that. Tuesday is my blog writing day. Wednesday is sticker design day. Thursday is filming. And then Friday is a catch-up day. So that's just, if I follow that schedule, I check that off. Okay. And professional development. That's another big header. I have changed. I've never written that there before. And that basically is talking about my blog brainstorm, commonplace notes, watching videos, listening to podcasts, reading books, human design, and tarot for transformation. So that encompasses all of that. So if I do one of those things once a week, I feel like I could check that off. I think, because I'm holding myself to too high of a standard and I can't do all of the things all of the time, right? So I'm done putting all that pressure on myself and I'm just reducing my workload a little bit by doing that. As for the daily action items, I did the same thing with habit tracking. So I have a habit tracker in my planner that I track tons and tons of different things, right? So instead of writing down all those different things, like there's a few, like I added the water on here because water is so important for me to drink 3 bottles or more a day. But instead of tracking all of them, like my reading, my journaling, my, taking my medication, I just put habit tracking. So if I've done those things and I've checked off my habits for that day, I can check that off on my power sheets. Expenses. Sometimes I don't always have expenses to do because I haven't purchased anything. So it'll be sporadic. Percussions, I need to do that for my son every single day, twice a day. Water plants, again, that does not happen every day. It's been raining a little bit. So when it rains, I don't feel it like it's necessary. And sometimes my plants don't always need to be watered. Workout, I want to try to do that every day, even if it's a tiny workout. 10-minute tidy. I figured I'd add that on there because I just want to see how many times I have to clean up after my daughter. And then the last one is water, because I had an empty space. So I'm like, oh, I'll add water because it's really important. So anyway, that's it for my August power sheets. I kind of rushed through this because honestly, I don't really have much going on in the monthly anyway, and it's mostly really wrapping up summer projects, right? Like the flooring and stuff. Like we don't want to be doing that during winter because we'd have to run outside in the snow and saw the boards, and we just want to get it done. That was a project we were doing when my daughter was first born, so that was already 3 years ago when we started that project, and we just really want to get the flooring in our room done because the underfloor has splinters because it's so worn out, so we just need to get it done and stop procrastinating. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you're new, please consider subscribing. Click on the bell button to be notified when I upload new content to YouTube, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye, friends.